Yeah. Yo, how are you guys doing? Good evening or good whenever you decide to listen and watch this. It's again time for Where's My Finish Line? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to sip water here because that's how we start this. And although it's only Wednesday, I do want to talk about some of the content that I have consumed this week. How motivational and inspiring it's been, and how it also made me feel like, man, I I might have given up on myself maybe one too many times in the last like decade and a half. If that makes sense. I'll make it make sense as I tell maybe some stories, some anecdotes, and just give you some perspective because I think that's always important. Perspective is always important when you look at the hindsight of things and how they all break down in your current life as well as the life that you want to have. That's why today's episode is titled Dreams Don't Expire. Dreams don't expire. Where's my finish line? Thank you all for checking it out even this far. So, normally, I'm very critical, very critical of drink champs. Super critical. However, there's just some people that I just really need to hear from. Or people that I am just genuinely interested in watching their interview or watching the conversation take place. Um, T-Pain being one of those people, and I watched his episode. I want to say maybe late last week, but this week got a chance to check out the Drink Champs episode with Asher Roth, Mickey Fax, and Blue. Now, these are three gentlemen that I don't necessarily really listen to avidly. I did buy a Sleep in the Bread album though. I do have it still. I'm aware of who Mickey Fax is, aware of who Blue is, in the Blue and Exile projects, and they got a joint out with Knots too, I believe. I think he has maybe an album or two out with Knots. So definitely aware of who these gentlemen are, and Nori and EFN had them on the show because they were three of the people that are part of the 2009 freshman list, which was the second class. That class also included Kid Cudi, Charles Hamilton. I want to say Wale was on that list. Man, I forget who, but you get the idea. And on there, Mickey Fax was talking about how that group of artists, those group of MCs, were basically the guys that kicked off the blog era. Now, because they're not, I guess, the bigger names of that class, you probably wouldn't agree with that. But no, he's definitely right. When Two Dope Boys and Nah Right and all those other blogs were coming out, that's how I seen all these names. And they were the first class of MCs specifically that were making the transition from the labels being the only way to get viewed and seen by, it's the only way artists could be getting seen and viewed is by record labels. They were the only outlet. It was the funnel, the great assembly line, right? Artists come in to label buildings, artists come out, deal or no deal, and that was that. 2009 was a very pivotal year in music because all of a sudden blogs started putting out just different artists. So now, for as an example, if you didn't want to know the latest scoop on T.I. and everything going on with Grand Hustle, you would go to Nah Right, and they'll be like, yo, this Cat Blue and his other Cat Exile, they have this new project out, you should check it out. Or this kid Asher Roth is this white kid from Pennsylvania that raps. Yeah, there was definitely another white kid that rapped before Mac Miller, guys. Pay attention. Um, and that was basically the start of building online fan bases, and the start of making another way into the music industry that at that time probably would have been considered the back door of the windows. What was inspiring about this conversation was the careers that those three gentlemen were able to build just on their own merit. Like they didn't have to play the all of the same industry games, because they were like, the internet was very new. A lot of established artists had no idea what it was and how to use it. And they were kind of just on the fly, just throwing up things against the wall, seeing what stuck. I think also Joe Budden doesn't get enough credit for being a MC or a rapper that was on the internet like 07, 08, though, like very early, like way before Joe Budden podcast, way before Love and Hip Hop. There was Joe Budden TV. Low key, it started before Vlad TV. And of course, Ransom and Joe Budden unfortunately helped start Vlad TV. But that's neither here nor there. What I was taking away from this is that maybe, just maybe, I wasn't innovative enough in my quest to do what I wanted to do, or what I was expected to do. I think my alarm is going off. I don't even have my phone near me. Sorry, y'all. Thank you. And seeing how they basically took their career in their own hands. And I hear this often in a lot of interviews from a lot of people I admire, whether it's sports, whether it's music, movies, comedy, whatever it is. A lot of people use this phrase, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not using this phrase. And it was, I made no plan B. Like, I made no plan B. This had to work, or I don't know what I would be doing. And I think many of us that live the life of trying to be responsible and trying to go for everything that we want, but still, making sure that we don't fall completely hard and hit rock bottom. We try to think of a backup plan, a safety net, a security cushion. It's a plan B. And when you really look at it, I think most of the most successful people, at least the story that they're telling us, is so they don't make plan Bs. Now, granted, am I happy about the life that I've had the fortunateness to live? Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if fortunateness is a word. If not, we're making it up today. I'm like E40. I'm making my own words sometimes too. But although I am very fortunate to live the life that I have, and I am extremely grateful for it, I also am just very aware that, man, here I am, and I'm my fourth decade of life, and I'm still not 100% doing everything I want to do with my life. And listening to Mickey and listening to Asher and Blue, it made me think, like, man, was I supposed to not have a plan B? Currency, I think, also on that list. Which again, because it always sticks out to me, because I become inspired, I become motivated, and also kind of get a little down on myself as well, because we're all the same age. Like, we're all within 4 years of each other or less. And it does make me think, like, man, why have I not done what I needed to do to get where I wanted to live, and speak from the perspective that these gentlemen speak from? You know what I'm saying? Like, how come I haven't done the things or made the appropriate sacrifice so I can have the story that they have? Like, Mickey Facts comes from a perspective of like, yo, I get to do what I love for a living. Like, I won. I don't, and he was like, I don't really need, anything else. Like, I get paid to do something like he said, I get paid to represent hip hop culture. Like, and I was like, oh my God, that's the illest thing I've ever heard. Like, at least for this month, you know? And it really made me think about what have I done? What sacrifices could I have made? Sam, what up? How are you, sir? I went straight to plan W. Don't ask me why. I don't even know why. Yeah, hey man, listen, man. 22 ways about the projects is what Royal Flush said, and it was 22 tracks on this album called Ghetto Millionaire. Queens represent. But as I think about that, right? I think back to specifically '04 to '06. And I think of things like, man, was I supposed to quit my job? Um, was I supposed to like, but then again, it's like if I quit my job, then that means going back to Freeport. Did my chances really increase being in Freeport if I'm just going super hard 100%? Because I didn't really know anybody I probably could have stayed with long term in Chicago. And then I also think about moving to Atlanta. Okay, Atlanta didn't go well for me, and I didn't really like Atlanta in general like that, not to live. But should I have made more visits instead of trying to move? Or should I have been in a position where um I just finesse my way on couches for a minute trying to make stuff happen? I really don't have the answer. I really don't have the answer. And even when I was writing earlier today, it's one thing to have people believe. Fuck out of here. It's one thing to have people to believe, not y'all. Y'all stay here. It's a gnat. But who can really assist? Who can really help? Who sees your vision for yourself and is willing to help you reach your vision? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, and this is like, and I hope like the people like Sam who's on here and Rob and Micho, like I'm not speaking specifically to you gentlemen at all. What I'm speaking to is, all the people that we've met over the last 10 or 15 years. And it really felt like nobody believed more than us. And I often wonder why. Did I not seem serious? Did I not put in the proper amount of work? Was it literally just the aspect of just not being lucky when I was prepared at the same time? All of those things, I personally don't let consume me. Like, it doesn't tear me down or take me away, but it does keep a certain level of, we'll call it fire, to keep staying in pursuit. And that's where we get to today's topic: dreams don't expire. Because if you really believe in something that you want to do, and you really put your focus and energy, or if that's just where your spirit and your heart is, like, you'll never stop thinking about it. You just might think of other ways to get to it. I'm now, like in this year, like 2021, even the 2020 into 2021, I think better than ever. Like, my mind is as sharp as it's ever been. I think I am more creative than ever. I think that what I have to say is way more important now than it ever was when I was 20 to 25. And as I look at that, and I look at how much industries have changed and how technology has taken over the world and the way to navigate, it just, even though it's inspiring, at the same time, it's kind of disheartening that now, even from this conversation that they were having on Drink Champs, it's like now the sheer even creativity or skill just does not matter anymore. Asher Roth was very poignant, I'll say, when he said that. So if you don't even need skill to get attention anymore, and you don't even need craftsmanship or art, then, like, this shit is never really about talent. He said it's just about who's gonna get lucky. And even Nori was like, I can't front. I got lucky, and it's interesting because do you believe in luck or do you believe in blessings? Um, do you think people squander luck or block blessings? And maybe that's just the rabbit hole that my mind goes down. But that's what I think about. I think about everything uh, I wanted to accomplish, or at least thought to accomplish. A lot of it was just based on me wanting to do it. It wasn't because I really had something in mind other than like, hey, I love doing this, but maybe with a little more intent, perhaps I get a little luckier. You know what I'm saying? D, what up, man? Bro, when I pop in, I'm tuned in. Yes, yes. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you. Every time you tune in, always greatly appreciate it. Diamante Grezzo by D'Angelo.com. Put that link to your merch. No, I'm sorry, not to your merch. Put that link to your clothing line in the comments, please, sir. I'm going to take some more water. I'm going to sip to that and drink to that. Man. So, dreams not expiring. Figuring out a way to live your dreams in this world. Bless you. Figuring out a way. I'm sorry. What's happening? Okay, we're live. All right. Okay. Never mind that's Krista there. I'm not sure what's going on, but we will monitor that situation as well. But what I was going to say about just dreams not expiring, especially with the internet now, we live in a great time where we have just plenty of time to do whatever it is that we need to do within the time that we have. And hold up, I'm sorry, guys. 1 second.
I want to cut your alarm off.
Yeah.
I accidentally stumbled into your text message.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right.
Enjoy your life.
Listen, we will be right back. All right. Later.